Hey everyone, it's Barbara Ann. Welcome back to my channel, Straight Out of Context. Copyright disclaimer. Under the Copyright Act of 1976, I am within my full legal right to share these following clips via video and audio. The following creators allow reshare, redistribution, and download of their content, and as always, I credit in the description box down below. Fair use, public domain, TikTok third-party license, and TikTok live automatic third-party license for the use of commentary, reaction, teaching, news reporting, research, comment, and criticism. I am legally within my basic human, civil, and constitutional right to share under the First Amendment to the U.S. Constitution. To share my expressions, views, thoughts, opinions, feelings, and critiques. The First Amendment to the U.S. Constitution guarantees my freedom of religion, freedom to exercise of, freedom of speech, freedom of the press, free assembly, and the right to petition the government and air my grievances. The First Amendment does not cover lies that amount to defamation, slander, libel, harassment, stalking, cyberstalking, bullying, cyberbullying, threats, or any other verbal crimes.
So in a female prison, so say it's like myself and Sarah, okay? So say I have a sugar daddy, a pen pal. Girls will get put on these sites by their friends, by their family members, by somebody on the outs. And when they get put on this site, they'll write, they'll buy letters, they'll pay people for letters, they'll fish, they'll throw letters, hundreds of letters out there until they get somebody to bite. When they get somebody to bite, there's like a whole process. There's a grooming process. They never want money. They never want you for anything. But eventually, they're going to fall in love with you. You're going to fall in love with them. You're the greatest thing that happened. They're going to, make sure you're connected with their family. They're going to have their mom and their kid calling you so you feel like you're really in there. They're going to make it seem like every day on the phone talking to you is like the only thing that is the most important part of the day and the only reason that they live. They're going to make sure you know that they don't have any financial support. And then all of a sudden, one day they're going to have an emergency. And it's going to be a little one like, hey, oh my God, someone stole my shoes. Can you send me $100? I have to buy some shoes, off the compound. And then you're probably going to do it because you love her and you want to save the day. She doesn't have any other support, and she's stroked your ego, love bombed you, and sucked you in major. So when that happens, then it's just going to be another emergency, and then it's just going to be like, well, you need things every week. You need hygiene. Everybody needs hygiene.
I've used this video clip before showing you in a long length video how female inmates use men for commissary money. It's not giving sugar daddy, sugar mama, sugar baby. It's giving trad wife lockup edition. Never mind the fact that I have showed multiple different times how Gypsy told Nicholas before the crime that she loved teasing men and that she did this with 6 different men, giving them topless photographs, videos, all kinds of things. So while Gypsy was in prison, she was messaging men, and these men gave her money in exchange. She told Ryan about the messaging, but not the money. However, Gypsy told everyone that Ryan knew about this. This is Ryan's comment on finding out with the rest of us that Gypsy had pay pigs. Once again, proving Gypsy Rose Alcida Blanchard's lies and why she deleted the TikTok app, but not the account. And we're going to get into reason number 2 because she does this every time she wants to deflect. Ryan says, I didn't know about it, ... Audrey responds, while this is entertaining to us, I am sorry that you are finding out about all of this way. She emailed people saying that you knew. If you truly didn't, I apologize for that. Bad info. Just saying what's in the messages. Ryan says, I knew people messaged her, but not getting paid from it. This is a tactic that female inmates often use. And right before they get released, they will sell their pay pigs to other inmates. Their quote, pay pig, unquote, will then receive some kind of breakup and then a slow introduction to the person they sold him to. Now, this is not exclusive to female inmates, but male inmates as well. As you can see clearly, like with the Menendez brothers, who have spent over 35 years in prison, yet have girlfriend after fiance, after wife, after new girlfriend, new fiance, all the time, especially in high-profile murder cases. We've seen it with Ted Bundy. A woman actually gave birth to his daughter after getting pregnant by Ted Bundy in the visitation room of the prison he was at. All because a CO was willing to look the other way while they got busy behind a vending machine. That same woman even defended Ted Bundy in one of his trials. However, the only good thing she ever did was kept the identity of their daughter secret until it was revealed. But what does it psychologically and emotionally say about people who seek out heinous felons, who committed murder and like to dismember people? And oh my goodness, it only gets better. Well, for us anyway, it gets worse for Gypsy. Hence why she likely deleted her TikTok app from her home screen. And we all know she's not going to go anywhere. She's going to wait till everything quiets down and then she's going to secretly and quietly come back. Not to mention, she likely has a secondary device of which she still has her apps and her little troll accounts. But you got to wait till the end of this video. You'll see. So let's rewind time for a moment and look back to what Steve said to Ken.
I don't know what I.
So what's up with this grinder activity? I mean, and there's a Steve Wood, and you want to talk about that and squash
Sure,
that?
why not? I mean, I feel like I've already squashed this before, but it just keeps coming up because I think the reality is that people just love the drama and the speculation narrative rather than the truth, which is the truth is it's all lies. It's all complete BS. None of it has any proof behind
The Grinder
it.
account is lies.
100% fake. Yeah, I've never even downloaded Grinder, and I can prove that. Like, if you were to look at my
How do you prove
Apple
that?
purchase history. Well, if you go into your, and I only found this out by a comment that someone posted, where like, Gypsy, go look at his Apple purchase history. And if you like look at my iCloud account, which I've had since 2008, you can see that I've never even once downloaded the app since I've.
Yeah. What was with that dude saying he was rainbowing it up?
Down there rainbowing up. Rainbow faggot.
That's friggin' terrible. You know what's funny? Gypsy laughed about it, got off the live, but I never heard him say a retort to that. He never said, dude, shut the hell up. That's not true. He never said anything. He sat there and took it and like didn't deny it.
I'm pretty sure I reached my limit, but I am gonna continue to drink.
Glad that was all caught on tape. All right, Stevie, chill out, dude. What was that creature? What are you drinking, Stevie?
Whatever that chick bought me.
Hey, y'all, how you doing today? What's up? I'm from a lot of places. I lived in Atlanta, Seattle, Austin, Dallas, West Palm Beach, Boynton Beach, New Orleans,
San Francisco and the gay fucking area.
No, I've never lived in San Francisco.
I love how quickly Ken said San Francisco when Steve said gay area. If you ain't a part of that community, how the hell did you know within 0.001 seconds to say San Francisco is the gay capital of the United States? Like this is some kind of LGBTQ Morse code that only Grinder Ken and lover Stevie understand.
I visited there.
Yeah, you know you lived in the gay fucking area.
All right.
You're all down there sucking the gay.
The way that he said sucking the gay and Ken is over there looking at Gypsy like, Lord, please do not let her find out that I had a gay pig the way she had a pay pig. How did Ken get all that money to relocate and to move to all of these different cities throughout the United States? I don't know. He was probably a male escort. If I had to make an estimated guess, that would be it.
Yes, this is rainbow live with this guy.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, down there rainbowing up. Rainbow faggot.
What are we doing?
Kids even older.
Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, our night at the bar. Okay, and we're gone. Bye.
Yeah.
If looks could kill, this would certainly be it. Ken had the audacity to ask Gypsy what it felt like to be a free single woman. And if those wheels in her head were turning, you know what they were thinking. I got away with it once and I'm going to do it again. Ken, the non-bi clout chaser, who couldn't even play act or role play for a 30-second long trend on TikTok. The interest is just not there. The roles are now reversed, and Gypsy is now the pay pig. All in exchange for clout. All Ken has to do is have sex with a murderer, reproduce, and act like he's a happy man. The Disney fairy tale is complete, package and all. But another reason why Gypsy Rose conveniently and for the 7th time said she was permanently going off of the internet. No social media. TikTok app gone. Well, if you didn't see that Into the Weeds podcast video, they in 1980s millennial go through a whole lot of JPay emails between Gypsy and her dad. And what was revealed was bombshell, except for the part where Rod was cheating on Christy again. Christy Blanchard, I'm going to give you a little piece of advice. It doesn't matter how good he is in bed or how well hung he is. It is not worth being made a fool out of. And it doesn't mean anything when he's giving it to everybody else. You know why Christy Blanchard blocked me over a year and a half ago? Because when Rod made a TikTok, I made a joke about, you should come back to Michigan anytime, wink, wink. That's how I knew right then and there with how fast I got blocked, that Christy Blanchard is not forgiving and everybody makes mistakes. She knows her man cheats and he does it often. They have been on the verge of divorce many, many different times, to the point where she even had to beg him to come back. Had to beg him for her to have another chance to get her shit together. Yet in 2015, she's over there telling Gypsy that she'll be her new mama. And she thought that was going to keep Rod interested in her, play acting mama to his other children. You could not be any less for real. He was married to Dee Dee and had her pregnant with Gypsy while simultaneously having another woman pregnant with Nicolette, cheating on Dee Dee with her coworker Christy, then has 2 more children. Rod is not giving pimp juice. He's giving gravy baby. Rod Blanchard is the poster child for do not do a DNA test with 23andMe, Ancestry, or MyHeritage. Because Lord knows he got 5 other kids out there and they're all looking for their real daddy too. Jokes aside, take a listen.
Outbound from Gypsy to your dad. What's up, pimp juice? What's up, pimp juice? Mom's crying. What's going on with Blink and you, Cookie Lady? Are y'all getting together? I emailed Blink asking her what's up. Nothing mean or anything. I just haven't messaged her in a while. I guess my big question is, what are you going to do? Seriously, Dad, how long are you going to be messaging chicks pretending to be happy with Christy? I just want you to be happy. I didn't tell her that I already knew about Blink. I just want a heads up on what you're thinking. Love you, Gypsy. From Rod to Gypsy. Nothing much has changed over the last year, so except for the last few months. So Blink got into my emails, right? I think that was Christy. Saw a few dudes that Blink sent me, emailed Blink with threats. Blink emailed about Blink and to Blink and told her I really liked Blink and that I had to think about what I wanted. Christy freaked out and begged me to give her some time to get her act together. I told Blink she was the cookie lady, so I think that lit her a fire under her ass. I will give her some time. I told Blink we should just chill a while. I'm really going to try and give Christy the attention and support she needs to get with the program, so not messaging any girls at the moment. But you know I get bored, so we'll see what happens. Christy's trying really hard right now, losing some weight, which is nice. Trying really hard right now, losing some weight, which is nice.
Just wow.
Gypsy's daddy needs to come to the front because I have questions. Gypsy's prison emails between her and her dad have been released, and there's one particular that caught my attention. It's one from Rod to Gypsy about Dee Dee. And in it he says, your mom loved you like no other. You will never find somebody that loves you more. And he thought maybe Gypsy's mom did what she did because she was scared that Gypsy would love Rod more than Gypsy loved Dee Dee. But more importantly, he makes the comment that had Gypsy's mom allowed her to date, maybe what happened to her mom would have never happened. Which is interesting and wildly confusing because I thought that Gypsy did what she did to her mom because she was abused, not because her mom wouldn't let her date somebody. I'm going to continue through these and let y'all know what's going on, but that was still a very interesting comment. What do y'all think about that?
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, this is 2020, and this is inbound from Rod to Gypsy. It says, well, look who decided to reset his password and email his long-lost daughter. What's up? Miss you, boo. Hope you're doing good. I'm doing okay, I guess. Been on the boat for a while with nothing really lined up to go home yet, but that's okay. I'm safe and making money. We had to cancel a lot of plans, but hopefully when I get off, we can get a chance to come up and see you. I've been being good. No girlfriends since we combined Facebooks. I'm gaining a few pounds since I quit smoking, but still sexy even with my bald head. Been binge watching TV series like everyone else, I guess, and watching all them FAGGOTS on CNN. They love Trump so much. I bet you're so ready to get out in the real world. I can't imagine how much will it takes to keep going day after day. I know you got to be strong to get through that and keep the positive vibes going. You will be surprised to see how much time will fly 10 times faster when you're not counting the days. I'm sorry I didn't write. I got locked out and thought I had to call to reset my password. My phone is dead and I'm on a loaner from a friend. I wish I could video chat with you like I do Mom. I hope you two are seeing eye to eye lately since Francesca got deported from the family circle. I'm just assuming that says Francesca.
Yeah.
How many damn boyfriends you got now anyway, you little floozy? LOL. Anyway, I miss you so much too. Can't wait to whoop you and rummy soon. I hope you all don't get the virus spreading around and stay safe. Sorry if you had to cancel some of your visits, but it's probably better to get through this crap. Oh well, back to counting dead people. I love you, Jip. What the hell is back to counting dead people?
I don't know. I was wondering the same thing when you sent that to me. I was like, huh?
There's a lot to be horrified about in that email.
Why?
Like daughter, goddamn.
Why do they call each other or talk about sexy and all of that stuff to each other? I would never have talked to
weird. It is so weird.
It's really weird. I would never talk to my parents like that.
Yeah.
And Laura would not talk to us like that either.
I say weird things to y'all sometimes, but not like that.
Yeah.
Not like that.
Okay. Did you have anything else you wanted to look at?
I have a prop.
Oh, Lord
If
Deeds.
it becomes relevant. Yeah. I spent money on
Okay. What is this? 99. Did we read this one yet?
Come on.
Okay. I'm starting to realize that though I do not... Can you just leave that thing alone? I'm starting to realize that though I do have a wide variety of men that I could be exposed to when I am released, Blank really is a good man. He is standing by me through a lot. In the last year and a half, we have been through me being on quarantine twice, once when my wing was on quarantine and then again. Okay. Sorry. I thought there was more juice there.
More juice. I do see something here saying someone sent her an email saying that she'd agree to do an NDA.
Okay, yeah. And then also, let's see. This is a list of phone numbers and families that I correspond with who you might need to call for the documentary. So she gives all the, and it's dad, stepmom, sister, brother, grandma, father's side, cousin, mother's side, aunt, father's side, aunt, father, mother's side, aunt, mother's side. Also, okay, yeah.
Okay, so those are all the people that she wants to have sign an NDA?
And be in the documentary.
And be in the documentary.
Yeah, is what I got.
I wonder if they all had to sign an NDA to be in the documentary.
Probably. I wouldn't think. Okay.
I wonder a random interesting thing here.
Okay.
Yeah. Do y'all, okay, and you guys and y'all in the chat, do y'all remember when Gypsy said, I think it was on our show, that she lost her photography job in prison because people would talk to her so much because of her fame?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, I remember that.
Okay, cool. Chat, y'all remember that? So with that in mind, so this email is outbound from Gypsy to Rod 2019. And it says, hey, Dad, just checking in. I hope your Thanksgiving was decent. Things are fine over here. Mom told me things are better between you two and Blank, and Mom and Blank said she's going to step aside. I'm kind of relieved. That was a crazy mess I just don't want to be involved in. I love you and Mom together. Tomorrow, Blank and I will be having a long-needed talk. I'm nervous how it's going to go on the off chance he wants to get back together. I'm not agreeing right now. Honestly, I'm starting to be interested in someone else, and I kind of want to feel that out before jumping back into it with Ken. I assume it's Ken in that under that blank. Love is complicated, LOL. I lost my picture job due to a glitch in the system. It said I didn't have a job and I did, so it randomly selected me another job which automatically made me lose my picture job. Sad face. Mad about it. Oh well. I have made the letters that I needed to give to blank and blank for the senator that requested them. One was a letter to mother and another describing the classes I've taken, things I've done to better myself. Blank is getting everything prepared. She still needs y'all to fill out some paperwork, so I'll have mom stay on her about sending those forms. Blank is very strict about not having anyone media related know about this. Mom has tried to suggest that different journalists in whom she trusts get let in on what's happening, but blank is firm. No media or journalists, which is fine with me. I'm not interested in any media. I'm like, just give me the blank out. LOL, the petition will be our prize winner. I'm sure of it. I love you. Be safe out there. Talk to me when you get back. Love, Gypsy. So yeah, she lost her photography job apparently due to a glitch in the system, not because she was so famous that people couldn't stop bothering her.
Mm-hmm.
She's just not like other girls.
Yes.
Okay, so she talks about how she's starting to feel like Wicca is not specifically for me. I honestly feel a little lost in terms of religion. Perhaps I'm agnostic. I've been attending Wicca services lately, and mainly it's because I don't draw anything from it. Maybe I'm still searching. Let's see. I'm looking for something specific. I unfortunately did not take screenshots.
Yeah, this stuff is
If you have not watched this video, I highly suggest you do it because, oh my goodness. No wonder why Gypsy Rose Alcida Blanchard is running her little ass straight for them hills, deleting her little tiki-taki on her little phone while she is at it. Because like I said in my previous video, what is the point of putting out the 2019 Nick infiltration group emails from Nicholas if she's not going to show all of her emails? Stop trying to point the finger at Nicholas Godejohn and let's see that you were the better and the bigger person. Yeah, because you can't. We know Munchausen by proxy was a lie. We know that her mother Dee Dee loved her and that she killed her by the simple fact she wouldn't let her run off with strangers from the internet. She was a spoiled, entitled little brat who just wanted her way. That, unfortunately, is the monster that can be created when you spoil your child, especially systematically throughout their first 24 years of life. They then feel entitled enough to take yours. But this reminds me of something that Lori Vallow Daybell said on a recent interview, which I also covered and did my own fair use reaction to. She compares Nate Eaton to Judas. She says that God was going to separate the weak from the tares, which shows me just how ignorant she truly is. It's from Matthew. It says, separate the wheat from the tares, in reference to distinguishing between good and bad, or the righteous and the unrighteous. When Lori said this, it really got me thinking, why does she keep repeating that? Matthew 13, separate the wheat from the tares, is a biblical expression found in the parable of the wheat and the tares. Wheat represents good people, those who are righteous or believe in God. Tares, or weeds, represent bad people, those who are unrighteous, evil, those who oppose and offend God. In the parable, the separation occurs at harvest, symbolizing the end of the age or a judgment day. The meaning of this, the parable teaches that God will ultimately separate good from evil, and that this separation is not for humans to do prematurely. Lori believes that that is the act of God separating the wheat from the tares, the good from the bad, and that only she is divine and righteous enough to see that. What is really ironic and coincidental and funny about that is that Lori Vallow Daybell is a convicted murderer, the same way Gypsy Rose Blanchard is. Anybody over the age of 18 who knowingly caused the death of another person upon deliberation of the matter, God is doing us one solid by separating the wheat from the tares. And little Miss Gypsy Rose Alcida Blanchard showing herself out because all of social media and the internet has become a cesspool of toxicity because of her. Look at how many people have been hurt, harmed, doxxed, harassed, cyberbullied, threatened, lost their jobs. Talking about stirring the pot and standing back and watching it boil over. Little Miss, I'm living my best life. Peace out. Like the Gyp verse was nothing more but a bad Broadway play. Exit stage left while simultaneously trying to paint herself as the golden angel who can never do any wrong. When the truth is, the only angel Gypsy can compare herself to is the fallen one, Lucifer himself. All right, God, do your thing. Separate the wheat from the tares. Thank you so much for your time and thank you for watching. Please like and share. And if you liked my video, don't forget to subscribe. Catch you all on the flip side.